Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another edition of Short and Sweet. My name is Jose Moreno. I am a support consultant with Concentrus, and I want to share with you guys something very cool. It's a suite bundle offered by NetSuite called the Return Authorization from Case Suite Bundle. And what it allows you to do is it allows you to create a return authorization or sales order directly from a support case with most data populated. What I also like about this suite bundle is it also links all the records together from the support case. And from the support case, you're able to initiate a replacement sales order or a return authorization. And in fact, you can actually do both. So this is actually a managed suite bundle. So NetSuite provides this to customers free. You do have to have the basic features, support case and customer support enabled. Obviously, you have to have sales orders and return authorizations enabled as well. So what I'll do here for this quick demonstration is I'll start from a case. So I'm in my demo environment here. If I go to case, we'll see here I have a support case from a customer. And this is a case a customer submitted for a faulty component, right? With the suite bundle installed, what you'll notice is we have this search transaction button. And what this allows us to do is associate this case to a sales order or an invoice that we have fulfilled for this customer here. So what I'll do is I'll click this button. And what this is going to do is it's going to take us to a search screen here. So you see we have a few parameters we can set. We can set the from date, the to date, transaction type, and if we have a specific transaction we're looking for, we can do that as well. So for this demonstration, I'm going to select this invoice right here. So I'll click it. And then here, NetSuite will propose the transaction that we're going to create. So it's going to give us an option for a return authorization or a replacement sales order. And then here, under the sublist, you'll see that we have the items that are under that original transaction that we can create the return authorization or replacement sales order for. If I click select, NetSuite will automatically set the quantity to the entire transaction quantity. However, if this customer, let's say they only want to return 5, then we can just return 5. So I'll change that to 5, and then I'll create a return authorization. And then afterwards, I'll create the replacement sales order to show you how both processes works. So here, I'll click the submit button. And what's going to happen here is NetSuite's actually going to kick off a return authorization form, and it's going to automatically fill in all the information that we need to create that transaction. So here on this next page, we'll have a little warning here. This is our shipping method is inactive, so we'll just click out of that. What you notice here is this is the return authorization. It's already populated the customer, the sales rep, a bunch of the information that we would typically have, right? And then we also can see that it's linked to the original invoice that this is being created from. And then another cool thing you'll notice it's the related case is also tied in here as well. Right, so from here, you have full control to make any changes to the return authorization. You can change quantities, you can change items, you can change unit prices. For this one here, I'm not going to make any changes. I'll just click save. So once this saves, we're going to take a look at our case, and we're going to take a look at what's changed since we created this return authorization. All right, so this one's created. So now we're just going to wait for the customer to send us back. Once we receive that inventory, we can process an item receipt and a credit memo if necessary. But let's take a quick look at the case, and let me open it back here in a new tab. So what you'll see here is the invoice that we associated when we did the transaction search is listed here. So it's linked to the support case. And then the RMA we created from the support case for this invoice is also here. So think of this support case as being sort of the central point linking all these records together. And then you'll see here that a replacement sales order will also be linked to the support case, right? So here, what I can do is I can click this button again, a search transaction button. And then this time, what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a replacement sales order. Now, one thing you'll notice when you click that button is because we already associated the invoice, there is no transaction to do. It's already there. So we can click select transaction. And then here we'll see we have an option to create a replacement sales order. Now, because we already created the return authorization, we don't have that option, but we do have an option to create a replacement sales order, which is what we're going to do. So if we go down here, same process, we'll select the item we want to create the replacement sales order with, and then the quantity, let's say it's only going to be 5 to replace the 5 defective units the customer is returning. Once I'm ready to go, I'll hit submit. And then much like the return authorization, what this is going to do is it's going to create a replacement sales order for us. So we'll take a look at what that looks like here in a second. All right, so here's our sales order. And once again, similar to the return authorization, you'll see most data is already pre-populated there. You'll see that the original invoice that we're replacing is listed here, which is cool. And then we also have the related case as well, right? Similar to the return authorization, if we need to make any changes, we can do that at this point. And then the only thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to fill out some of these fields. All right, and then I'll click save. So once this one saves here, we'll pretty much be able to fulfill it. Now, in this case, we had a dropship item, so it also processed the purchase order. But if I go back to the sales order, you'll see it's in pending fulfillment status. So here we can just process it like we would any other normal sales order, and it's all tied back together to the case and original invoice, right? So you can think of any save searches that you're creating. You'll be able to pull these fields to see the relationships between the support cases and the invoices that are being replaced. So if we click this to go back to our case, you'll see that our replacement sales order is listed here, and our return authorization is listed here, and then the original invoice is listed here. So that was a quick demonstration of the return authorization from Case Suite Bundle. If you have any questions, feel free to drop them in the comments below. And if you have any other questions or anything else you'd like to know, feel free to reach out to us. We'll be happy to help. Thank you.